Hello, how are y'all? It's Burgess Taylor, our Journey with Burgess, depending on where you're at. I wanted to try something different for these last 2 weeks of December before I can get into my Hobonichi cousin Avec to do planning and bullet journaling. And this is my creative journal. It starts now. I just started it this week, really got into it. It is in part an Omni journal, in part a studio yearbook. I used what Jamie Ridler has and her My Studio yearbook for the winter season. I'm really excited. This is my first time participating in Jamie Ridler's My Studio yearbook, and I'm finding it really interesting. And I like a lot of the information that she has in there. I like a lot of it, but I'm not a spiral bound notebook, journal, planner, anything. I don't like spiral bound, and I didn't want to work in something that large, so I didn't buy the studio yearbook. I bought the PDF, and I'm using the PDF to create the pages in my own journal. And I wanted to do something for this week's layout. Well, yesterday was really busy for me. Sorry there was no coffee chat. I was out of town with my mom and Mr. Rockstar, and we were at the DMV and probate court and the deed registration and all this good stuff. I had dinner with David and my mom and my son. It's a busy day. And traveling on I-95 on the interstate. Whew, yeah. I did this on Sunday, and I knew Monday was going to be hectic, so I didn't leave very much space at all for Monday. And I'm sorry my head is in this shot. Yeah, I found an image, a free Creative Commons image that you could print off to make your own Christmas cards or whatever. Well, instead of making my own Christmas card, I used the image and then I drew it, but I changed things up because the full moon is on Saturday, and I wanted the moon from the picture over to the right instead of on the left. And I'm just now kind of really getting going with looking at images and making it more my own, like changing things up like that. I didn't put as many trees. I put a little bit more snow, and the image of Santa's reindeer was so little when I was looking at that I just kind of created what looked like reindeers laying down in the snow, like Santa was taking a break for a minute. And in this image they had the bag as blue, and I understand why, so that it would show up, because the sleigh they had red, and I did do the blue, but I go back in with my jelly rolls and add a bit of shimmer here and there. So I used washi tape to barricade off the parts that I didn't want to paint. I had a lot of fun creating this, but what I wanted to do was just try something different, and then I'm going to do something similar next week for this last week of December, where I still can't use the weekly pages or the daily pages in the Hobonichi Cousin. I'm using them in my weeks, but my weeks is more personal stuff, and I just may do a little bit of watercolor for the pages in that. I have an A6 too, and I think I may just do a little bit of watercolor in it. I have color coded the months in all the Hobonichi. I have the English A6, the weeks, and then the Cousin Avec. The A6 is going to be more of a personal journal, so I'm excited. I'm changing some things up completely for 2019, even from what I thought I was going to use. The last few weeks from November and then in December have taught me that, you know what, it's okay to put something aside when you feel that there is something else that will work better, or when you realize that you just got too many things going on already. My goal for 2019 was to sort of streamline a bit and to follow my intuition and follow my inner compass. And already my inner compass is pointing in a little bit of a different direction than what I had originally thought. I'm excited though because these changes mean good things for me. And I think it really started when I started delving into adding planning and journaling and ideas and everything into my Omni journal. It is in the red cover, and I kind of put it to the side for the last few days. I haven't used it in almost a week now. Part of it is because I'm really busy doing things. Part of it's because I'm setting up stuff for 2019. Part of it's because I got a bit overwhelmed with so much stuff in one place. Now I can do everything in one place, but I think it's because I was trying to do so many different things, and something about it wasn't really resonating. I realized what I really want is something different, and I'll try it, and if it works, great. If it doesn't work, I'll change things up until it does. That's the great thing about doing your own thing, following your own path, so to speak. I've been evaluating what 2018 entailed, which is why I added the intro from last December. I should have created one for this December, but y'all, I haven't put up my tree yet. We are supposed to go in the attic today and get out our tree and put our tree up. And last year we had like 3 or 4 trees out. I kid you not, I had a tree in my room, we had a tree in the dining room, we had a tree in Victor's bedroom, we had a little tiny tree in his room, so he had his very own little tree, and we had the big tree in the living room. This year, David said, I think we should just put the one tree up. And I'm like, but I need a little tree in here. And he's like, well, and then I thought, well, we're moving the desk out of here. Today and tomorrow, we're going to be moving things out of here. That's not going to work because I'm going to have a bunch of stuff out of here. I'm going to have no place to put the tree. So I don't know. Do I really want to do that? I decided I'd just enjoy all the trees, the pictures from the trees that I had up last year in this intro. And maybe we'll just put the one tree up in the living room and then Victor's little tiny tree. Or the pretty white tree on the dining room table. Maybe that's what we'll do. Just do 2 trees this year instead of all 4. I love Christmas trees. I'm not a real big put lights on the outside of the house. Like, if I were to put lights on the house outside, I just want lights around our window that is where our living room is. It's the window on the porch, and then have the tree in front of that window where the lights come up from that. We have neighbors, people down the road that have lights everywhere. I can't afford that for my electric bill. So here I add some washi tape, and this washi tape, it's gold, which I don't use a lot, but it's really pretty. And it has like it looks like the maps of, different places in the world. And I liked that idea because, Santa's supposed to go all around the world in one night. So I thought it was pretty cool. And then I put some other washi tape right over it. Kind of tried to measure out some things, and I was like, well, Monday, I don't need full space for Monday. And I'm sorry that it gets out of the view a little bit during different parts of this. But I was trying to figure out how I really wanted things. And then I thought, you know what? Let's just not make this overly complicated. If the spaces aren't even, that's okay. I know Monday I don't need a lot of space. And my intention was, the top part to have stuff that I know is more, I'll call business work related. Social media, stuff I need to get up and do. And the bottom part was going to be more home stuff. So stuff that we need to do like Monday. I had Monday stuff on top and bottom that I did because it was absolutely necessary. It's going to be out of the house. And then I haven't put everything on there yet because I'm still working out, because it depends on how much we get done around here. Because David's off for a few days. He actually has to work Christmas Eve night. And he'll be working for most of this week. He'll be working this weekend. And so I need his help doing some of the stuff that we're going to be doing, because I can't do it all by myself. I will actually be working this weekend as well. So some of the videos that don't get up this week for YouTube or for Patreon will come this weekend. And I was so happy that this turned out the way that it turned out. At first I wasn't sure about putting the lines. I was thinking, well, I'll just put the day and I'll write whatever I have, and then I'll go to the next day. But I decided I actually needed a little bit of lines. Maybe next week I won't do the lines. It'll be fun. Because I'm so sorry I'm out of frame. The Hobonichi is really structured, and I thought maybe I do less structure. Now I still can do little scenes in the Hobonichi like what I've done here. I'll just have to minimize it some and put it where I know I won't really need to write much. But I've been thinking more about my roots with things. When I first started using Hobonichi, it was an ABAC, and it was the end of the year part. It was the July to December part, and I loved it. I did journaling on the daily pages. I did planning during the week and on the monthly pages, and that was all I used, really. I didn't have as many journals, and then I had a personal journal where I did more text journaling, but I found myself wanting more because some days I needed more than a one page spread for one day. I needed maybe 2 or 3 pages sometimes. So I'm changing things up. It feels really good, and I'm really excited about it. And I will show you what I'm doing in the Hobonichi really soon, towards the end of this week. I'm actually, I think, going to do a little bit of watercolor in there. And I'll see you again. Bye, y'all.